What will remain of you when you die? It's well known that we all become earth. But where does the earth come from? You are what you eat. Let's take a closer look at this statement. Where does your food come from? The plant is the key. It has the ability to transform the earth into a form that we can incorporate in our bodies. We cannot eat soil directly and build our bodies with it. We need the plant in between, and it transforms the earth into a form so that we can use it to build the cells of our body. We humans are a reflection of the earth that provides our food. The quality of the soil is directly reflected in our own health. People cannot be healthier than the soil which from our food comes from. The plants you have been eating for the last weeks, months, and years is the soil that will be left of you in the end. So, not only do you have to be careful what plants you eat, but also where and how they were grown. Today, scientists can even use blood tests to determine the exact field from which the plants you ate for breakfast, for example, come from. Why is that? RNA from the soil particles are absorbed by the plants and are found in our blood through our diet. Who produces the food? Let's compare the earth with an apple. Only the dust layer on 1/32 of an apple corresponds to humus. This tiny layer provides food for around 8 billion people on our planet. What makes healthy humus? Let's change our perspective on our soil. Our soil is not dead, it's a living organism. Not because many organisms live in it, but because it's alive itself. Our earth has the ability to regulate and heal itself. Modern science today says the earth functions like an organism. Indigenous people say that the earth is an organism. An organism and all life on earth is based on symbiotic processes. The life of plants, humans, or animals is not possible without symbiosis. During active growth, a plant releases a large part of its photosynthetic energy to the soil as root secretions, and thus leads the soil life. Many organisms live in symbiosis with plants. The plants release sugar secretions to microorganisms, and these in turn supply the plants with nutrients and trace elements, as well as other substances such as messenger substances that protect the plants from predators. How do we want to deal with the Earth organism? The very important part of the soil is the humus. The humus is the result of a symbiotic process. We want to create conditions in which humus builds up. We want to promote symbiosis. If you want to support soil health, promote symbiotic processes in the soil. The use of pesticides immediately and permanently destroys symbiosis between plants and fungi, animals or microorganisms. This leads to permanent damage to soil life. The plant may grow, but it lacks the symbiotic community that has a positive health effect on the plant. You could also say that eating such a plant makes you full, but not happy. It lacks important components such as soil microbes, which keep our body healthy. If, for example, a cereal plant has fungal attack, it produces antibodies that can protect humans from diseases such as cancer by eating such a plant. If you force feed a plant with liquid manure or synthetic fertilizers and force it to grow, symbioses are disrupted. Rapid growth with an unbalanced diet leads to sick plants and therefore to sick people. If you want to eat a plant that also has a positive effect on your health, then you should eat a plant that has been able to develop naturally in healthy soil. It gets the substances it needs from the soil at the right time. Biodiversity is a natural principle that makes the use of pesticides unnecessary. The so-called Jena experiment shows that at least 16 different plant species are present in a field. The plants are so healthy that no problem with plant pests and plant diseases occur. This means that if you want to avoid pesticides, you need to maintain a system that is diverse as possible. Diversity promotes health. What does the soil on which our plants grow look like? Soil that is hard as cement cannot absorb water. The German Weather Service speaks of extremely heavy rainfall from 40 liters of water per square meter an hour, which can lead to flooding and soil erosion. Healthy soil can absorb up to 100 liters of water. In practice, this means that depending on the soil management concept, there are huge differences in how well water can be absorbed and stored. The soil is healthy and alive, it can absorb water. Consequently, there is little waterlogging or flooding. When water is brown, like shown here, you know that two things are happening. Firstly, humus is lost for future generations. It takes 100 years for 1 centimeter of humus soil to form. This erosion therefore leads to high loss of soil fertility. Secondly, the nutrient-rich humus particles are carried into the water, where they lead to eutrophication. During a rain event, the water must always be completely clear. This is something that any of us can quickly check. Just take a close look at the water when it rains. Incorrect soil management means that the soil can absorb little water. less water is purified by the soil and less water reaches the groundwater. Healthy soil promotes the quality of drinking water and groundwater recharge. What cleans the soil is not the structure of the soil, but the soil life. This requires active microorganisms present in large numbers and must produce metabolic products. They must enter symbiosis with the roots of the plants. This process absorbs and transforms toxins and purifies the water. Water that is purified in this way, and not technically, is more alive and therefore healthier for humans. Another point is the compaction of the soil. By using wider tires and heavier machines, the soil is compacted in deeper layers. Because the area of influence where the pressure is exerted extends into even deeper layers. Plants grow less quickly and less deeply in compacted soil. Therefore, less is often more. Where plants in compacted soil only have roots of 30 centimeters, the same plants grow 3 meters deep in healthy soil. Better rooting in the soil makes the plant more resistant to stress caused by dryness or lack of nutrients. This also increases the yield on the surface. To summarize, if you respect the soil and learn to love the soil, it's a gift for your life. If you love the soil, then you easily love plants too, because growing plants build up the soil. If you now love the soil and the plants, then it's totally easy to love animals and people too. You realize that everything is connected. Health is based on a symbiotic environment, on peace with each other. The indigenous people say that the earth is a living organism. You can taste it, you can breathe it, you can eat it, you can touch it. And this touch is reciprocal. If you walk barefoot on the earth, you can feel it. We are all connected in symbiosis because life only comes from life.